They walked away. You told yourself it was over, but deep down, something still felt unfinished. God is saying the distance wasn't punishment, it was purpose. You see, when God joins two souls, He doesn't let time, silence, or miles erase what He has spoken. But here's the question. What if the person you thought you lost was never truly gone? Pause for a moment. Why can't you stop thinking about them? Why do their memories still echo in your spirit even after all this time? That's not obsession. That's a divine reminder, a whisper from heaven saying, I'm not done with this story yet. Sometimes God separates two people, not to end them, but to strengthen them. He allows distance to reveal what distraction tried to hide. Because when something is truly joined by God, it doesn't fall apart, it grows in silence. You might think they've moved on. You might see them happy somewhere else. But what if their smile is only a cover for the ache that still beats for you? What if God is working behind the distance, aligning hearts in secret, preparing a reunion that only heaven saw coming? There's someone watching right now, and your heart knows this word is for you. The connection you feel wasn't a coincidence. The timing may have been off, but the purpose remains untouched. God is saying, stop calling it over. I called it chosen. Think about it. When something isn't meant for you, peace leaves. But when something is meant for you, it lingers. It stirs your soul. It wakes you up at night. It refuses to fade no matter how much time passes. That's not weakness. That's spiritual alignment. This is why you still feel their pull, because distance doesn't cancel divine bonds. It reveals them. And though you can't see it, that person is being refined too. God is working on both sides of the story. Healing hearts, maturing minds, preparing timing. So don't rush the process. Don't fight the silence. The same God who joined you before is still the author now. And when He turns the page, both of you will be ready for what's next. Comment one word that your spirit feels right now. Maybe it's faith, maybe it's hope, or maybe it's reunion. And if this message is stirring something deep, don't stop here. Subscribe and watch the next video in the playlist, God's Confirmation and Purpose for the Chosen One. You might find the rest of your answer waiting there. Maybe you've tried to forget. You told yourself it was time to move on. You prayed for peace. But somehow your heart keeps circling back, not to the pain, but to the purpose. God is saying, you're not crazy for still feeling connected. You're connected because I joined it. Listen carefully. When God binds two souls by His word, He marks them with recognition. That's why even in silence, you still sense them. You feel their emotions without words. You dream of them on nights when you weren't even thinking about love. That's spiritual communication, not coincidence. But here's the hard truth. God sometimes allows separation to test obedience, not emotion. He's watching how you handle absence. Do you idolize the person or trust the process? Because divine unions aren't built on instant results. They're forged in surrender. Maybe distance was the only way God could teach you both to depend on Him instead of each other. Maybe this season wasn't rejection, it was redirection, a sacred pause before restoration. You've wondered if they still think about you. The answer is yes. Not always with words, sometimes with silence, sometimes with regret. But deep down, they know something between you was holy, something the world couldn't define or destroy. Right now, God is whispering, don't chase what I am still preparing. Let me finish the work.
Because when it's time, you won't have to force communication, they'll reach out. You won't have to guess their intentions, they'll make them known. And you won't have to beg for love, because the same God who began this connection will bring it full circle. You see, divine timing looks slow, but it's strategic. God is aligning emotions, healing wounds, and protecting what's sacred from premature exposure. The delay is not denial, it's design. Every moment of distance has been shaping both of you into the people who can finally carry the promise. So when you feel lonely, remember this: God never separates to destroy. He separates to restore. The space between you right now is the soil where the next chapter of your love story is growing. You just can't see the roots yet. If you've been doubting whether this person still belongs with you, God is saying, yes, but wait for my signal. Don't move before He moves, because when He reunites what He joined, no distance, no doubt, and no delay can undo it. Pause and breathe. Let this message sink into your heart. You didn't lose them. You're both being rebuilt for each other. If this word speaks to you, type one word that describes what you feel right now in the comments. Maybe it's faith, maybe it's patience, or maybe it's promise.